When I was young, a thing happened. Or maybe it was nothing. In those days, the sun shone all summer, and the days felt long as years. My family lived in a big old house that creaked inside whilst it slept, and a large, slightly overgrown yard. My little brother was yet to be born, my sister was a baby, and my older brother was okay, but rarely smiled. I spent my time happily in my own head, dreaming. I could always make my mom laugh. In the middle of the yard was an old statue, 3 feet or so tall, maybe of a girl. It was worn with time and its form indistinct, like it had melted with age. There was a definite head, but the features had disappeared. To me, especially when the trees threw shadows, it seemed its head would turn to follow me around the garden. It watched with an eyeless stare. I was not scared of the girl. Not really. She felt sad, watchful more than evil. We had an understanding. I would talk to her and sometimes take books onto the lawn and read to her. Her face never changed, and she never spoke, but did, I think, listen. Some evenings, when I had been sent to bed, I would look out of my bedroom window. In the failing light, the girl would somehow grow as her shadow crept through the grass towards the house and me. At those times, I would shiver and jump into bed to pull the covers up tight. Once, with a fever, I dreamt the shadows had stretched all the way into my bedroom, and the girl had stood at the end of my bed, watching as I slept. The rest of my family paid little attention to the girl. At most, she was a small lump of stone, sometimes to be used as a post for games, but not worth a thought. After a few years, we moved to a new neighborhood, and I forgot all about the girl. I went back once to find the house was smaller than I remembered. Even the hill, which, when we rode down on our bikes, made the speed push tears from our eyes, was not the mountain of my memory. The enchanted wood in the valley was just a few trees with a picnic bench. The place was less magical, busy, and full of noise. A couple of weeks ago, it was my dad's 80th birthday. My mom died a few years ago, but the rest of the clan gathered to celebrate, admire how tall the kids had got, and talk of old times. I mentioned the girl, and everyone looked at me blankly. My mom would have remembered, I think. Looking through the photograph albums, I found 1974. I told you it was a long time ago. And there was little Marvin, with curly hair, freckles, and a big smile sitting on the lawn. However, there was no statue. No little girl. Not even a place where one could have stood.